Hello Culers, it's Pablo here and welcome back to Barca Universal. After yet another embarrassment in Europe for Barcelona, I thought I'd fill you guys in on what the future looks like for Barcelona with some news that we're going to be covering, a bit of some future discussion and some decisions that maybe need to be made regarding players or transfers, perhaps some optimism thrown in there for the rest of the season, how the rest of the season could look for Barcelona. I would say right now there is a lot to discuss after a match like that, so without any further ado, let's get started. We're going to discuss a lot. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's go. And let's actually start by looking towards the end of the season because it isn't finished yet. We are still mid-February, so we still do have plenty of games to play. Let's start with La Liga. We're still 9 points behind Atletico. However, Atletico are starting to drop points. I still don't feel we're prepared to win La Liga. I think we can all see that. We've just lost 4-1 to PSG for goodness sake. But we're winning a lot of La Liga games of late. If we keep winning, if Atletico keep dropping, we will be there or thereabouts. We've just got to be calm, stay patient, win our games. We still have Real and Atletico to play. I don't think we're going to win La Liga, but if we keep doing our jobs, you never know. Then, of course, there is the Champions League. We would have liked to see more from this Barcelona team in the Champions League this season. We probably all agreed at the start of the season, look, we're not going to win this thing, but losing 4-1 again wasn't exactly nice. We do look like we're going to be going out of that. Let's try and get some redemption, at least in Paris. A remontada again would be something special. We've got to be honest with ourselves, though. Let's not get hammered. Let's put out a good performance in Paris. But the Champions League does look done yet again. Then, of course, there are competitions like the Supercopa and the Copa del Rey. I think it was really disappointing the way we lost the Supercopa. I did see it as a trophy that could boost our morale for the season. We lost that. We threw it away, really. We didn't turn up for the final. That was a really frustrating evening that still kind of bugs me to this day. Then you've got the Copa del Rey, which did look like the trophy we had to go for this season. We made it through the skin of our teeth on a few times this season in the Copa to Cornellà, to Rayo, to Granada, of course, in the dying embers of the game. Then we face Sevilla. We are 2-0 down in that first leg. We still do have the second leg of the Camp Nou. It's looking difficult to overturn that. We got fingers crossed for that one, though. We have to try and do a massive performance in that game, so we've still got that on the line. Other than that, though, it's been a disappointing season again for Barcelona, but we still have important matches to play. We've got to keep winning in La Liga, hopefully overturn the Copa del Rey semi-final second leg, and let's see if we can redeem ourselves a bit against PSG. But of course, when discussing Barcelona and taking in some news, we cannot forget the presidential elections are around the corner. If everything goes as planned, on the 7th of March or so, Barcelona will have a new president elected. I think these elections are actually the most important in the history of the club. We are on the brink, for me, of real failure, of sinking into a lower club. We lose every time in Europe right now. We've been disappointing for a few seasons now, in my opinion, and we just have to hope that the right man gets picked. This is absolutely crucial. The new president who comes in, if it's my choice, Joan Laporta, he will return Barcelona to what we know, to feeling good again, to having that sense of pride about our club, to not being pushovers, to being active in the market, to making the right decisions, the big decisions that need to be made. Laporta's the man for me, but hey, we've got to see how these elections go. Laporta is the clear favourite right now, so let's see what happens. And I think also, guys, after a defeat like the one that we did suffer to Paris Saint-Germain, I think everyone begins to think, well, what about this team? What sort of changes can we make to our team? Who needs to go? Who needs to come in? What sort of decisions need to be made? And you know what? That's fair enough. After losses like that, that happens. We've seen it for a few years now. People have been making their ideal squads on Twitter and stuff, and that stuff always happens after these sorts of games. And fair enough, because things clearly need to change. We've been saying that for a while now. And I do think, to be fair, with the right board, with the right coach, with the right decisions made, we can be a really competitive, young and fresh side next season. Because I think firstly, we do agree we need to make some more sales in this team. There are players in this squad for me, players like Junior Firpo, probably Neto in goal, certainly maybe one or two of our defenders, maybe a few players in midfield, also attack, that probably need to go. And it will be down really to Laporta if he gets elected, to the board of course, the coach who's there at the time. We don't really know what the situation with the coach is, by the way. If Koeman will stay after the end of the season, that will be the next president's decision. That's very up in the air right now, but I suppose results will determine what decision will be made there, so we've just got to wait and see about that one. But I think regarding sales, guys, you look right throughout our team, there are players who can be sold, hopefully at good prices, because right now our financial situation is abysmal, and we will really need to be smart in this transfer market, so I'm hoping we can get some money from player sales. And of course, because of our financial situation, how much of a bad spot we are in, we will need to be smart in the transfer market. I'm looking at free transfers, players like Eric Garcia, Wijnaldum's on the market, you've got Memphis Depay, you've got Aguero, you've got Alaba, of course, in defence. I'm not saying sign all of them, I'm just listing some names. There certainly are this summer some really, really good free transfers, so Barcelona will definitely need to take a look at that, in my opinion. There will also be some cheap deals flying around. I'm hearing prices like 15 million for Valencia left back Jose Gaya, so for me that's something we should definitely look at. And And if we can get enough funds for a big deal like Erling Haaland, then I think we really should pursue that. And I want to say about Laporta, by the way, guys, a bit more Laporta propaganda from my side. With Laporta back at the club, these sorts of deals are possible again. You can feel like a proper Barcelona fan when people like Laporta are back at the club. You don't have to feel inferior anymore, and that's ultimately what we're trying to gain here. Maybe it won't happen overnight, but Laporta has the contacts, he has the facilities to make deals like that happen. I don't think Barcelona are in a good position to get Erling Haaland. Our financial situation compared to the likes of Chelsea and Manchester City is just nowhere near good enough. So for Laporta, even with his contacts and relationships, it will be hard for him to pull it off, but with the correct sales, with the correct phone calls, if everything falls into place, don't rule us out. If Laporta becomes president, watch out for Erling Haaland. And I think also, guys, let's get the emphasis back on La Masia. To be fair, the team is starting to be filled with them. We've seen Erling get his debut, and I think Koeman, to be fair, this season has done really, really well bringing the youth through. I've said that on a few occasions now. I mean, Getard, Araujo at the back, Pedri, who I know full well isn't from La Masia, but he's been a really good addition to the team. Our team in general for me this season is much younger. We've used a lot more fresh players, even players like Ricky Pucci at the start of the season when it looked like he wasn't really going to get any minutes, but right now he's getting plenty. And you look at next season, guys, there are plenty more players ready to come through. Adonel Tenes is a really good young goalkeeper for me. Of course, Elites will probably be promoted. I'm hoping Conda de la Fuente will be promoted. We've still got players like Mingueza, Araujo, Ricky Pucci in the side now. You've got Alejandro Valde, who's also a left back, by the way, guys, who may be coming through in the next few years. Bringing someone back like Eric Garcia for free, who was, of course, from La Masia, is also another good step forward. So you look through our team there, guys, and if we do promote the right players, if we keep bringing people through, the team will start to feel very young, very fresh again, and of course, full of La Masia. So I think that is where I'm going to wrap up this video, guys. Hopefully I've gone over a few things for you guys. Look, after a defeat like the one against PSG, it is hard to feel good, it's hard to feel positive. We've been battered again. We just don't look competitive enough right now. We're losing way too many important games. It's been yet another rough season for Barcelona, but I hope I've gone over a few things there. The idea of the new president coming into the club, someone like Laporta there to spring Barcelona back to life, make the correct decisions on and off the pitch for me is absolutely crucial. I say the necessary decisions because I honestly think Barcelona have got to a stage where we have to make decisions, we have to change things, and I think Laporta is the man to do that. But please, guys, leave all your thoughts down below. There's plenty to talk about here. I'm hoping next season we can bring more of the youth through, we can do some smart deals in the transfer market, and of course, guys, this season isn't over yet. We've got the presidential elections coming up in just over a few weeks now. We've got plenty more competitions to fight in. I know a lot of them look pretty much done now, but if we keep winning La Liga, believe me, the pressure will start to mount on Atletico. The Champions League looks pretty much done, and that Supercopa final defeat will always be annoying for the rest of the season. The Copa del Rey semi-final second leg, though, is a massive game. It's our biggest game of the season left, really, right now. We have to turn up. We have to put in an unbelievable display and see if we can turn over that scoreline. But that's going to leave it, guys. Leave all your thoughts down below. Let's hope Barcelona can return to the top once more very, very soon. I believe there are people who can help us do that. There are decisions that can be made that can ensure Barcelona get there. But let's see, guys. There's plenty more to come. I just wanted to do a roundup video for you guys now because there is a bit of a break in between the PSG game and the one against Cadiz on the weekend. There, of course, will be a match preview for that game on the Saturday for the Sunday kickoff. I'll see you guys soon. Leave your thoughts down below, and goodbye.